Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 99 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh. We've got a great show today. Two amazing East Dallas homes. And in the second half, what we're going to talk about is how you can diversify your home or a home that you're going to buy so that it's easier to live in it during these strange times.
That's correct.
Because there's a lot of strange times going on.
There certainly are, and we're probably in for strange times for another 6 months or so, I would guess.
It's so strange. I have started painting the inside of my house because there's no sports, there's no bar, there is nothing to do. So why not save money and start painting the inside of your house? And you know what? I think that could actually be a second episode in and of itself. I think that by now I have enough tips and tricks, things not to do that I did, that can kind of make your life easy. But it's turning out really great. We jokingly now have painted white to a new shade of white. And so we'll see. I kind of think it's going to come out really well. Weekend, it was a good weekend this weekend. The real estate market keeps trudging along like it's spring. It is the most interesting thing.
It really is.
So,
I was out of town this weekend, but my phone still rang off the wall.
So it is, we joke and say that it is Murphy's Law, that if one of us goes out of town, that means that the business will pick up. And it was so funny because I just was going to send him an update at 5 o'clock and send him a quick text. And I was like, so-and-so is interested. So-and-so just called. So-and-so wants to put their house on the market. And your response was, wow.
My reentry had not started yet. I was like, okay, let's encourage him.
I'm still on vacation.
Right.
No, it was really good. I think that we got one of the buyers we got under contract. And it's really interesting because I think sellers sometimes, after you show them so many homes, they feel a little obligated to proceed with a contract, even when the inspection report comes back. And I think that today I've been having conversations, and we always want our clients to know that no matter what, the most important thing is that you're comfortable with the house and that you're 100% behind it. And we'll do everything we can to get the best prices, to negotiate the best way we can for you as far as repairs and price and whatnot. But if you're not comfortable with it, it's no problem to us not to finish a transaction.
Absolutely.
We're okay with that.
You know, I think one of the things that we've always kind of agreed on is that, whenever we are representing a buyer in the purchase of a home, we've always got that thought in the back of our head of, okay, we're going to have to help them sell this in 5 years. So are we really giving them the right information? Because we really, we end the show with, we want to be your realtors for life. And that's really true. I mean, many of the people we've worked with in the last 4 or 5 months are people that we've sold 4 or 5, 6 houses for. So,
and it's very interesting because we always like to know where our marketing dollars come from or where they're spent the most. And it's really interesting.
I can tell you where they're spent the most.
Yeah. Well, it's the return is out of our own sphere. It's like
totally
the clients that we have really stick with us over and over again, and they're such a great source of referral for us.
Yes, I would agree. So thank you to all of those people that have referred people to us this year.
We really appreciate it.
We really do, and we certainly will do everything we can to take care of them and make sure that you're comfortable continuing to refer people to us.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things, what do we see some really interesting stuff in the news today?
There's been some really interesting things happen in the financing market, and when you call and talk to Jeremy, Jeremy is as busy as they have ever been in their entire career, and they are doing such a wonderful job of keeping up with it, especially when you combine this volume increase that they're dealing with the having to deal with COVID and work from home in many cases. I know many offices have kind of gotten back into where they have a limited staff that go back in, for periods of time, but they've really done a great job. And one of the things that really threw kind of a boomerang into their system in the last couple of weeks is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac both said, hey, the rates are continuing to go down, and the refi market is continuing to remain strong, and so we need to try to capture a little bit more of our cost out of that because rates are going to be so low. And so they implemented this rule that starting September 1, you would anybody that was refinancing would have to pay an additional 0.5 point on their loan There were some other caveats around it, but primarily it was basically an extra 0.5%. So if you were refinancing a $300,000 loan, it meant that it was going to cost you another $1,500, and that was strictly a Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac cost. And there was so much uproar about it because the real estate market has done amazingly well through this pandemic. Like we talked about last week, housing prices, the median home sale price here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area went up 15% from July of 2019 to July 2020. And that really continues to help the economy keep chugging along. And I absolutely understand that there are segments of our economy that are just really affected badly now. But there were so many people in the industry and in Congress that saw this as one of those things that would just, cause all that to slow down.
Yep.
And so anyway, they have postponed that now until December, and I would imagine we might even see that go back away again because
a little further.
Yeah, even further out and maybe just disappear altogether. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have a history of, in some cases, of sending rule out, and they really kind of send it out to see what, kind of fly it up the flagpole and see what happens. And then when everybody's like, what are you doing? They just lightly pull it back down. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Well, in the comments below, I think Zach can actually throw Jeremy's contact information in there, and he's, again, a great resource. He's done refis for us. He's done purchases for both of us. Mm-hmm. He always takes excellent care of us, and we really like the way that he's able to adapt and talk to all of our clients. Mm-hmm. So give him a call and see if it's time for you. We've had clients that have been in their house as short as 12 months, and it still made sense for them to refi the house. Yeah. So it's something worth looking into.
Absolutely.
Other news out there is Realtor.com has added a special feature because more and more people are experiencing, as climate changes, the flooding that is happening. And now on their website, you can actually click and see if the property that you're interested in is in a flood area, whether it's a 100-year or a 500-year. And they're probably, I believe, going to coordinate with insurance companies to help give you an estimate on what insurance coverage is. So I kind of tried to look this up yesterday. I didn't quite find what I was looking for, but they are advertising that is going to be coming out. And again, this is something that is specific to Realtor.com, which gives you good, accurate information. Mm-hmm. And so we would encourage people, as you begin shopping, if you're not getting information from us that comes from MLS, then at least use one of these websites, whether it's J. Perry Miller, Ebby, or Realtor.com. Because even like at the Updike Pugh, our data, again, is as quick as everyone else's. What we really want people to remember is that other websites don't always update their information as quickly. There's a couple reasons why, is because they don't want to not sell a lead to an agent, and this is how they're doing this. So be mindful of that, especially in a time, as we talked about last week, when there's only about 1.6 worth of a months of inventory right now. You don't want to be looking at a website that has old data. So remember that it could cost you the ability to even get in and make an offer or even see the property sometimes.
Yeah, and I would also encourage you, if you want to see what our current inventory is, we have a special page on our website that's updikepugh.com/homes, HOMES. It's really easy to remember, and you can go there and see every piece of property that we have, current pricing on it. We have some amazing listings right now that range from these historic properties that are 100+ year old. Down in Sunset Hills, which is Brighton, 400 South Brighton, that's priced at $370,000, to two really cool homes in North Dallas that are actually in the city of Dallas, but in the Richardson School District. 6655 Orangewood is a fantastic home that is a four-bedroom with a pool. It is about 2 blocks from the elementary school. That one's priced at $479,000.
And Mills Grove,
we've got
10278.
Yep.
Mills Grove is also priced at
$479,000. Yeah, and that one's got some amazing things that are about to happen to it. We've had quite a few showings on it. We've gotten some feedback from people about what some of the objections were, and these owners are such great people. I mean, they are jumping on it, and they didn't look at the feedback like many owners. Many owners look at it, unfortunately, like that you're stabbing their baby or something, because
It's they take it too
very
personal.
personal,
Yeah.
and it's not. It's, once your home is on the market, it really does shift to become a commodity. And so the owners on Millgrove are taking that feedback, and they are solving the problems that
Correct.
people are coming up with. And we just love working with people like that.
Yep. We also have 2722 Knight Street,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a really interesting plus because that is a complex that typically is side by side, and this is almost complete standalone.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2 bedrooms upstairs, and it has an office downstairs
Mm-hmm.
and a very open, remodeled floor plan, and it has some great showings, great price as well.
Yeah, and that one's priced at $269, I believe. Yeah.
So what we can also do in the comments below, Zach is our marketing guy and he's watching. And if you could throw that link in there in the comments, that would be great. And if you want to click on those and get more information about those homes that we were talking about and a couple of the others,
Yeah.
they'll be right there. And if some of those look like something you'd like to see, we'd be happy to show them to you.
Absolutely. So let's jump into our property.
So great homes today. So we're in East Dallas.
Yes.
And the first one is going to be 746 Harter Road. And this is just a great area of Dallas. It's close to what is called the Peninsula. Some of my favorite things about this little area is that if you're going on to, I think that's Buckner right there, or Garland, there is a place called the Green Spot where you can gas up. But Green Spot is amazing because of their breakfast tacos. So stop in, go in there and grab some tacos. There's also a little shopping center that's behind that that's been really well renovated. And the locals in that area love the little Alfonso's Italian food, really popular. And I believe that they have a growler little setup also in that thing. So a great area. Again, a very neighborhood-centric, easy to commute because it's not too deep into the East Dallas area by using both. Right there you can see 12, getting to 78 and get to 30, and also using Mockingbird to get to 75.
Yeah, this is, and talk about, White Rock Lake accessibility. If you're an outdoors person,
Right.
you have everything that you want to do right there, whether it's sailing or kayaking, or you can fish, or you can, run, or you can bike, or you can hike, and it's all right there. And I know I talk about the trails around White Rock sometimes too much, but to me, that is like another core of Dallas when it comes to for outdoor people, because you have so much access into downtown Dallas, you have so much access into far north Dallas. It's just it's a segment of lifestyle that I think you get the advantage of without really having to pay taxes on it, or
Right. Absolutely. So this is going to be a 4-bedroom, 4 full and 1 half bath, 2-car garage. It's 3,453 square feet, and it's priced at $799. And it, I believe, was built, in 2006.
And this is a really a very comfortable home as you walk up to it. As you come in the front door, you have this really great foyer, the stairs that head up to the second story there. But you've got a lot of light, bright windows. You feel like you're walking into, I don't know, kind of a museum almost in a way.
And I love the flooring on this one. This flooring was really large planks, and the tone was amazing, and all the natural light really balances this house out and gives it that warm, as you said, inviting feeling.
Yeah, and being the modern construction that it is, you've got all of the modern insulation that you don't normally get in older style homes. You have a lot of the energy efficient features. You have LED lighting. The kitchen has that very desired floor plan with the bar in the center, opens out to a living area there. And it is, these are, I think they're either 10 or 11 foot ceilings on this floor, but the light you get from windows being on every side of that room is just amazing.
And though I don't know the exact dimensions, but this is a really large living room that they've got right there. I believe that coffee table is probably a 4 or a 5 by 5 square, and you can see that it is just barely fitting in there. It is perfect. One of the elements also is the way that the transition in that dining room, those windows actually go up to the second floor. And what you have downstairs is this is a downstairs office, but the great thing about this downstairs office was that it has a full bathroom as well, which again adds to diversity, whether you're using it here as an office or in a multi-generational format.
And this is the half bath that I think is just right off of the living area, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Okay. And then you come upstairs and you've got this really great game room that you could use for TV entertaining. It's big enough for a pool table. And this is a smart thing
Yeah.
that I think builders do, and it's putting that utility room on the second floor.
And secondary bedrooms were not skimped with that ceiling height. So they both have this like kind of cathedral scenario. Again, they're very light and bright. Both, I believe, were ensuite bathrooms, which really just kind of adds to the value of a home. Everybody gets their space. Everyone gets their privacy.
And here's the master bedroom, really, really large. You can see that's a king-size bed. They've got really large nightstands on each side of it there. And it comes into this very luxurious master bathroom.
So we're going to take a look next at the backyard, and I think that this is one of those areas, especially given today's scenario, where we need additional space. And so we've got both a covered area that is going to give you a lot of time to enjoy, and also a tiered backyard. And so when we're thinking about how do we spend more, and this kind of goes into the second segment, more time, quality, and different usages, this house has that for you.
It really does, and especially with the way that they've tiered the lot down. You have two separate play areas here, so if you have kids or if you have animals or whatever, if you want to keep those separated away, they've still got a great play space down there. But then if you've got the adults that are gathering and trying to have adult conversations up closer, it's very easy to create that.
So this is 746 Harter Drive, and it's a 4-bedroom full 1/2 2-car garage, and it's built in 2016, and that is priced at $799.99, and that is $231.68 a square foot, which is a great deal.
And we'd like to say thank you to Warren Sibley for letting us talk about his home today.
Yep, great house. If you'd like to see this house or more information about it, the comments, you'll see a link directly to that, and we'd be happy to talk to you about it. All right, now moving on to Little Forest Hills.
This is a really cool house. Our last one was really cool, but when you get over into Little Forest Hills, the vibe definitely changes to it's one of those neighborhoods that's got a vibe of its own.
It does have a vibe, and so I also believe that this is the area where a lot of the White Rock Lake artists, their spring and fall tour live. So their studio visits in and around this area. So it has this really eclectic, and I think that eclectic is a really great word, and I think they would love it. Whether it's in the way that the house is landscaped, maybe it's the way that it has been painted, or even the vegetation. They do have uniqueness over there.
Definitely. And the location to this one, again, much like the last one on Harter, is really convenient. You've got Highway 78 or Garland Road, which runs down into I-30. You've got Gaston, which can get you into downtown very easily. You have great access to the north to Mockingbird and Northwest Highway. And again, White Rock Trails are minutes away.
It is amazing. So this is 8651 Diceman Drive, and this house is a 3-bedroom to full 1/2 2-car garage. It's right at 2,500 square feet, and it is priced at $565.
And it's a beautiful home that really just fits right into the neighborhood with the clapboard, the shingle type exterior on it, and the walk-up covered porch. It has, like you were talking earlier, this is one of those front yard neighborhoods.
Yeah.
They have created this outdoor living space.
And again, we're seeing such a clean palettes right now. Again, really great wood floors, not high on the shine, which is really great, and high white ceilings. So it creates this perfect backdrop, allows everything that you own to really shine through. And you can see here that would be the office off of the front. And it transitions quite easily into this, again, large dining room. But again, we know that the way that things are happening today, this could easily work as a classroom if need be.
And then you flow right around into the kitchen. You have the blue painted cabinetry. Excuse
Tiffany
me.
blue.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, beautifully done. It's perfect color selection. Granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, 5-burner gas cooktop, and it just blends very easily into the living area.
Yep, and the living area is just a little bit, a little bit larger than the kitchen area, and is set up where it has a wall of windows also that look over the backyard, which is a really great feature and gives you tons and tons of natural light. Again, it's a symmetrical room, as you can see, so it's easy to set the furniture up. Easy to leave it open like this, or actually change it, swing it around and make it where the TV faces more of, or the couch faces more of the fireplace.
And it's got really good flexibility in that little space there also. If you wanted to create a second eating area, you could do that. This is where you come upstairs and you've got this really great entertainment room, second living area, game room, whatever you want to call it, and you've got great access from all of the bedrooms on this.
And one of the things too that again this unit also has, or home also has, is that there are windows that are up the staircase that allow in that really natural light. Bedrooms again have a trade ceiling to again add additional height, and this one has a great little window bench that also doubles as a toy chest, which I thought was a really amazing little feature. The rooms are just about the same size and symmetrical, so you don't have that situation where there's argument over whose is bigger.
Right, and this is the master bedroom, and again, it's got the trade ceilings in it. That's a king size bed, still really good size nightstands, really large open room. This has the solid surface countertops with the dark copper sink fixtures on it. And then it's got the stand-up shower along with the whirlpool tub, so you kind of keep everybody happy there.
And here's an amazing pergola right here that really allows you to extend your time outside in all seasons. Plus, it gives you a place to rest and recuperate. One of the things that we noticed about this is it appears this is a really, probably a much newer fence, board on board with top, and a very long and private backyard as well.
Yeah, this would be a very good hiding place. Great location if you wanted to have a pool. 8651 Diceman Drive, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1 half bath, 2-car garage built in 2006, a little over 2,500 square feet, priced at $565,000, and that is $222 a square foot.
And we want to say thank you so much to Becky and Diane Gruber for allowing us to feature this amazing home.
Thank you, ladies.
Yep. So again, in the comments will be a link if you'd like more information about this home. It'll be right there. If you need to see it, we'd be happy to show it to you.
Absolutely. And if you're on our Facebook page, reach over and click that little like button. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, and we will be right back.
There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223.
Welcome back to the second segment of episode 99 of Sold with Updike Pugh. And today we are going to talk about how to diversify the usage of your home during the period that we're in right now. I can't say during the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
You know, these are really tips that I think people can use long term.
Absolutely. And I think that these are terms that you can, or tips that you could use whether you're looking to sell your house, whether you're looking to buy a house, or you're just going to be in it and wait it out right now. And so let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. You know, I think the conversation begins with so many of the phone calls that we've had from past clients and customers that we're talking about. How do we, you know, we are looking at this from, we're not just looking at where we are right now from a perspective of, we've got 2 of us working at home, but we're looking at it from a perspective of, what if this were to happen again? Or what if this does become one of those lasting behavior, what is it? Lasting consumer behavioral changes.
You got it.
I wasn't ready for it, but I got it.
Delivered.
That happens because, you know, businesses, I think we're going to see a shift. There's not going to be as much office space that's needed, and more people are going to be able to work from home.
Probably at least for the next 24 months. So with that being said, we were thinking like, how can you use certain spaces? And one of the things is I feel like people are the conversation comes back to, I need to be able for everybody to get out of the house, but I need to get them out of the house and still not have to worry about them. And so we have a listing that's over on Wakefield, and Wakefield is a perfect example because of the way that the backyard is configured. So it is almost like a corner lot, and it has a really large side yard. And this would be such a great yard to take and pull the fence forward and pull it to the side to allow you to get as much space as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just tend to be a lot of unutilized yard space in many cases, like you're saying. And this was an example of where some people had pulled the fence a little bit closer and created another little space over there. And, sometimes you can use this type of gate. Sometimes, we're seeing a lot more roller gates being used, like, our customers in Oak Cliff that they really wanted to be able to access their backyard from the alley as opposed to coming down the side of the house. And they completely rebuilt their fence and built a roller gate, much like this one. And it opened up so much more side space for them.
Yeah. And then also getting rid of like unused concrete. So whether it's a side yard or that has concrete, or we call them hammers, that allows you to back up or park a boat or a camper, get rid of this space to create more green space, more usable space. We'll kind of talk about what are some other options here in just a minute, but these are things that are small fixes that are not just good for you, but probably are going to be good for the future resale of a home.
Absolutely. And definitely bring more value. One of the houses that we looked at earlier, they had created a pergola in the backyard. And that is another thing that we see a lot of people doing right now, because they're fairly simple to build. If you're a DIY type person, you can build this on your own. You can buy kits of these at Home Depot or Lowe's. If you want to get more extravagant, you certainly can. One of the things that we've looked into for a couple of clients is there's a product that is made by Royal Plastics that will go over the top of these, and where you used to be kind of stuck going with that corrugated fiberglass product.
Correct.
The products that Royal Plastic do have cells in them that are leak proof, but they allow enough filtered light through, and you can get them in various gradations, and they're just a really good product to sit up on top of pergolas if you want to have that kind of weatherproofing on them.
And pergolas right now have really taken on a life of their own. I think one of the houses that we featured on Belmont was similar to this. They had actually put in speakers. They had put in a TV. They had a built-in ice chest out there. And these were all elements. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Christy was able to get that house under contract, I think, on the very first weekend. So again, these are elements that you and I have seen in the marketplace that add value and actually increase the rate at which homeowners are ready to put offers on them.
Right, and make them comfy. Bring the speakers out, put the TVs in. This one's got an outdoor fireplace that's a little obstructed there, but it doesn't take that much to really make them that comfy, and investing in quality outdoor furniture, I think, is always a much better deal than buying the cheaper product.
And the other thing too is that right now some of the biggest sales for outdoor furniture goes on, and this is the Labor Day weekend. One of the great things that we kind of see as a value add would be a fire pit. A fire pit is great because, again, you're outside, you're using it in a way that coincides with the spacing that we all are very conscientious of today, and allows you to gather yet still create that space. It's very enjoyable. And again, Adirondack chairs are a really great element. You can find them in so many different colors right now. Whatever your motif is, that color is available for you and can really jazz up that backyard.
Yeah, and this time of year, Home Depot and Lowe's are just selling the heck out of those. They usually have like stacks of them, and they're a really good value there.
And there's also a company called Cox Concrete Construction that has the most amazing fire pit.
Interesting.
And we'll get back to why I know that on another episode.
Okay. The other thing that we wanted to talk about was utilizing some interior space as additional living space. And we were kind of trying to come up with some ideas, and found one example that we thought was a really cute little idea, where these owners had built kind of a child's play space underneath the stairway.
We've also seen this done for pets, creating little hotels for pets, and it gives them a place where it's a kennel, but it feels really comfortable with them. So these are just ideas that we thought, and we have a great one that you pulled out, and bring this up. This is great.
So in the city of Dallas several years ago, they started developing this plan for, they're called ADUs, accessory dwelling units. And so ADUs are small buildings that are allowed in the backyard of your current existing home. There are some certain guidelines you have to meet to do it, but I wanted to show you an example of one. This is out of it's from a company down in Waco called Kangaroo Systems. And you can go to their website, kangaroosystems.com, and they have a really great examples of what they can do with a 10 by 12, 10 by 14, 12, they also offer products that are called granny flats, which are much more finished out than these are, and they actually have bathrooms in them and a small kitchenette. And, the concept is to assist with the population, the baby boomers, and the people that need, maybe you need to have a family member live with you, but you may not have space in your house, or frankly, you may not want them living in your house, but you need something to help accommodate them.
And the other thing too is that we looked at what the price per square foot was, and I think we found that you could do this for $116 a foot.
Yeah, if in a do-it-yourself world where you buy the kit and they send it to you and you put it all together, which I was researching these for a friend. It's really pretty simple to do.
Right.
I don't know that I would want to do it, but they don't seem like super complicated. But yeah, and getting another $115 a square foot out of your house because you've got a $20,000 building in your backyard is really easy to do.
And one of the other things that we would kind of like to point out is that we have had experience where people are specifically looking for only homes that have these type of elements to them. And they're really few and far between. We've actually sold one where we categorized it as an art studio, and it flew off the market. We had another buyer just recently in Richland that was looking because of the change in work that wanted to have this, and we got it under contract for them, but upon inspection it turned out that the little shed was in better condition than the main structure.
That's right.
And so it really caused us to realize that moving forward wasn't going to be viable for the price that they were paying.
Yeah, but they are a very, very valuable
Huge
piece
driver.
of property. There are a lot of different uses that people have for them, and they can range from the tough shed type product that you buy at Home Depot and is just brought out and set down, all the way up to what we were showing you with the
Kangaroos.
Yeah, with the kangaroo. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Hope you got some great ideas about utilizing more of your space and just taking advantage of what you already have.
And if you do something, we would love to see it, and we would actually love to share it on the show. So if you get creative, keep us posted and let us know.
Absolutely. And if there's any other topics that you'd like us to bring up, we'd be happy to. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in today.
And remember, we want to be your realtors for life.